it, I ain't even plead the fifth.
Okay, baby, let's be clear on something. Look into his eyes. What do you see? He's the cult of personality. Or if you are a Jim Cornette listener, the cult of meat and extra cheese. Okay. Fried or broiled. Listen, we're not even gonna get into that. Okay, it is Speak Your Truth Week. Okay, we're working on character. We're, trying to let you know who we are through promos. It's not the same as promo week. We're just working on character. We're giving a little personality. We're giving a little extra oomph. We're trying to see or let y'all see who we are. And how we're gonna do that, we're gonna bring in the voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless is here. And what is he here to do? He's helping them find their voices, trying to help them connect to the audience. Listen, he lets them know I'm the best at what I do. And I told y'all once before, when I hold this microphone, it's not a microphone, it's a pipe bomb. And now they call promos pipe bombs. Because that's what I did. I changed the business. I changed the way we do things. And if y'all don't remember the pipe bomb promo, go watch it down to the YouTube. Or go watch it down to the YouTube. Because, whoo, baby, that right there. Called out a lot of people, called out a lot of things, and was holding a lot of people accountable, and he showed his ass on that microphone. But in a good way. I think a lot of us enjoy the pipe bomb promo. We do. But the voice of the voiceless is here to help all these future greats find their voices. Let's get into it. Now, Jasper is the first one to get up there and, cut a promo. He grabs the mic, he cuts a promo on Larry's daddy, and he's speaking to him from the heart as a fan, showing like the hurt he felt and the anger when I wouldn't say up and abandon us. Other people would say that. I don't feel like he abandoned me, but I'm also one of those people who understand, like, if life was lifing and you weren't getting what you need and you were tired and you were sick and you had been doing this for years upon years without a break, and you needed a break and it wasn't gonna come, and you didn't like your boss and things was just like hell for you, I understand that. I can't fault the man for what he did. But a lot of people was upset. He broke their heart. He didn't break my heart. He didn't. But it's okay. I understand. I recognize everyone's feelings. I accept them. We listen and we don't judge. But he cuts a promo on CM Punk. And he basically lets him know, whether it be you, these legends here, the future greats behind me, or anybody who ever steps in the ring with me, y'all gonna know who I am. Y'all are going to learn who I am. Y'all going to respect it. And then you will bow down whether you want to or not. I was like, oh my God, Jasper. You know what, Jasper? I like you. You did that. You did your big one with that one. You did. Shout out to you. And everybody's complimenting him. Now, some of the other future greats, they get up there. Some of them, get some promos that don't really go well, fall flat. You don't really connect with them. Tyra got up there and she really connected with the folks. And she, shut the people down and basically let them know, you will respect me. You will respect who I am. And I was like, okay, Miss Girl, she's showing out. We love to see it. We do. We do. And then out of nowhere, here come BJ Ray. I said, where the hell he come from? Ain't he injured? Shouldn't he be having that sling on his shoulder? But baby, BJ Ray is here and he pops up and he proceeded to basically throw his entire team under the bus and cook them all. He started with Xena, basically calling her a dumb blonde and using all the stereotypes against her. Told Tatiana he would just skip over her because she's always crying, so he might as well just move on. Told Drake he's nothing more than Roxanne's boyfriend, and that's what he will always be. And then proceeded to go in on Cutler. Basically told Cutler, the only reason you're here is because I got injured, so you should thank me. You are a what? A replacement. Replacement. Get into it. And when I'm done and I'm back off this injury, I'm going to do what I did to you every day in the Duke Wrestling Training Room. Make you my little bitch. And when it comes to these legends and, the future greats, I don't have to shake none of y'all hands. I appreciate Bubba for teaching me something. And Bubba was like, hell, at least he recognized I taught him something. I don't have to shake anybody's hands because we're not a family. This is a business and I'm going to continue doing me. I don't really give a damn about the rest of y'all. This is about me and me only. And I'm going to show up and show out every time. And it's like, oh, damn. Listen, I don't like the way he talked to Xena and Tatiana. I understand you're upset. I understand you're injured. And I feel like, maybe your real feelings are coming to light. But you didn't have to be disrespectful in the way that you did it. If you feel some type of way about Cutler, that's fine. I feel like in the future. I don't know if he still works for WWE. I have to watch Evolve to catch up and see if they're showcasing him on there. But him and Cutler would have like a good back and forth, a good storyline because they both dislike each other, and you have some of your best matches with the people you dislike the most. But you also have to hope those people will take care of you, which I hope, both of them know how to do. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just hoping they do. But Drake was like, listen, I have thick skin. I have no problem with what you said to me because he's heard it from Anthony and he's going to continue to hear it from everyone else, which is what a lot of people hear. You're just so and so's boyfriend, you're just so and so's husband, or you're just so and so's girlfriend, you're just so and so's wife. That is the quickest way to demean someone, but that's low hanging fruit. Come up with something better, come up with something new. Actually show that you can do this. But Drake was like, for the way he talked to Xena and Tatiana, I should have backhanded him. And I was like, wow. Well, he said what he said. He felt the way he felt. And if that is how he felt, then shout out to you. He very much is showing like, I want to protect the people around me, specifically the women in my life, my friends, my crew, my girls. And I was like, you know what, Drake? I'm liking you even more. Shout out to you and the Bayou Boogie. I'm still not going, be down, wrestling gators in the swamps. I'm not. But you can. I will support you in that. I will. Now, Larry's daddy says a good rule of thumb is not to throw the people under the bus. And, when you've beaten the best, that's when you can say you're the best. And unfortunately for us, we can't really see if BJ Ray is the best. Why? Because he's injured. So all that ish he was talking on the mic, he can't really back up in the ring because he can't get in no ring. Baby, this is messy as hell. Sean, did you tell him to come to work today? Is that what you did? I think you told him to come to work today. Now, a problem we see in this situation with the, promos and the getting to know the characters and just speaking your truth and everything is that most of the people don't step up or get up or say anything. Tatiana got up. Jasper, Tyra, a few others, but the rest of the people were sitting there on hush mode on mute, and it made a lot of the coaches disappointed. Mickey was disappointed in Chris because Chris is down there sitting on his booty talking, running that mouth. And it's just like, so why didn't you get up? So when she goes and talks to her team, and it's like, okay, Trey, why didn't you get up? Trey's like, I didn't get up and say anything because I don't know who I am yet. So why would I get on the mic and bullshit anybody or try to get them to believe in something that I don't even believe in yet? Which I can understand that. If I don't know who I am, if I don't know what I'm doing, how am I going to convince the rest of the people in the room or that, a group of 20, a group of 30, a group of 40, hundreds, thousands, millions? How am I going to convince them what I'm saying is real when I don't believe it? And when it comes to Chris is like, listen, everybody was digging deep and getting into dark places in their feelings and, throwing out, little trauma here, little trauma there, all that stuff. I'm not a trauma dump type person. That's not what I do. And Mickey was like, you could have just been yourself. The best thing you can do if you gonna do a promo, from what I've been learning, watching the show and just being like watching wrestling and listen to all the people who talk about it, legends and the current rosters and, all of that. The best thing you could do is to be yourself. And if being yourself is how you can get yourself over on a mic, then do that. But hell, some of y'all should have stood up. But then again, I can't talk because there are moments in my life where I didn't stand up and do something that possibly could have helped me or possibly could have moved the needle forward for me. And there are some times where I did that and it failed, but I learned from that. Now the question is, have they learned from it? Now this week, Larry's daddy is awarding the points. 1 point for the men, 1 point for the women. So what are we going to do? So they get together and they're like, listen, based off Chris sitting on his butt talking, it's very much giving heel. And in an added bonus, we're going to add Serena to it as his manager and to see what that can give. And Bubba's like, he brushes it off. But a manager is always a good person to have on your side. It's an added bonus to the match. It's an outside force. It's it's the big joker when you playing spades, right? You throw a manager out there, a manager could do anything. A manager could get on the mic and get the person they working with over. A manager could go in there and shut down with the audience. A manager can be the equalizing force you need in a match. It can help you win a match. Hell, a manager can help you lose a match. That is what managers do. They are the best at what they do. So Chris having a manager when he's going from babyface to heel is something we got to see. We got to see if it gives. We got to see if it adds to it. We just got to see. So we're going to pair him up with Jasper because he was talking his big ish to Jasper on the floor. And during this time, Booker is bigging up Jasper. So it's going to be Chris versus Jasper. We're going to see what it gets. And then Taker wants to see Tyra start as a babyface. And eventually, through the course of the match, she flips that switch and becomes a heel because she took us on a roller coaster ride through a ride of emotions during her promo. So the question is, can she do that in her match? We'll see. So it's going to be Tyra versus Danny. We're going to see what it gives. We will. And then for the next women's match, we have Lee and Tatiana, and then we have Cutler and Shiloh. And we're trying to see something from all of them. Tatiana got up and spoke, and so did Cutler, but we need to see something from all of them. And basically, everybody's roles are reversed in this situation here. Baby faces are becoming heels, heels are becoming baby faces. Can you pull off both? Can you do it? This is really what we're trying to see, character work. Can you put the extra oomph on yourself when becoming a heel? Can you do it as a babyface? We have questions. We got to see something. Got to make something shake. What's going to happen? I don't know. Let's get into it. So before their match, Chris lets us know that he don't like Jasper, which then again will add to the match because it's going to be a little extra something, something, right? And it helps when they're working together. And also remember, the last time Chris and Jasper got in the ring, Jasper was leading the match and Chris had a little attitude about that. Now, the only issue I had was when Chris started working that ankle and, Serena helped with the whole tripping him up thing or holding his foot, and Chris got to working on that ankle. Jasper didn't really sell it as much as he should have. But, Serena kind of tried to fail when, Jasper came out and he was towering over her. She was all up in his face, standing up to him. And she was like, she felt it in the moment. But hey, you try and you fail and you learn. That's all you can do at this moment. Chris gets his props from Booker, and Taker tells Chris that you are a heel, which he's glad to be seen from both of them because at some point in time they just kind of stopped talking to him altogether, per his words. Now I'm just gonna say this: Chris is definitely a heel. Chris Island, a athlete, been an athlete since very young, has always succeeded in everything he's done, works extra hard to be the very best of the best. He already has an ego. He already has that natural heel ability about him. Let him be a heel. Let him be a heel. Larry's daddy says he can't fault any of them for coming out there and doing what they know is best right now. Which I took that as y'all don't know everything that I know. I've been doing this a lot longer than y'all, but from what I can see, what y'all gave me was your best, and you could only get better from here. Now it's time for Danny and Tyra. And honestly, it was a really fun match. When you see the switch up happen, it's just like, oh my God. But then you could also see Tyra isn't really comfortable as she should be as a heel. So she's spending a lot more time talking and showboating and, really t- talking her ish to Danny. But she got her at the end when she rolled up and grabbed them tights. That's, heel 101. When in doubt, grab a tight or put a foot up on a rope and we're going to get that win. Won't we do it? Yes, we will. Mickey says, and like I said, you can see that she wasn't comfortable. She says, you can see you weren't comfortable, so you spent a lot of time showboating. Larry's daddy says, we know who you guys are. We know that you're a specialist in what you do, but you come out here and you have to be professional wrestlers because that's the mindset you have now. But now it's time for you to show us what you do, what you were good at. Show us that cheerleader, but mix that in with professional wrestling. Show us that you are Olympic gold, medalist. Mix that in with professional wrestler. And Danny and Tyra just talk about the fact that when they started in, wrestling, when they got signed, they were told to forget everything they knew about their past and everything they did in the past. You have to be a professional wrestler. And now in this moment or in this time, as things are continuing and you're starting to build your character and your in-ring work and possibly getting TV time, you also have to add who you were before then. You have to have a healthy mix of both because that's what's going to help you be successful. And I was like, listen, that's really hard to do when you were told you got to forget everything you knew before and learn this. And now you're telling me you can't forget everything you knew before because now you got to add the little extra oomph in there. Okay, it's hard. Now, Taker said he wanted to see them tell a story, and they did that. There are things they need to work on, but we're going to get there. I enjoyed their match. Like I said, there were times where it's just like she got to put a little extra oomph. She really got to drive that I'm a heel aura and maybe stomp, work an ankle, work something, less showboating. But she's going to get there. I'm going to be honest, this was not the best match. I did like how they were circling each other. I did appreciate that. But Lay looked so damn stressed. And this whole being a heel thing isn't for her, but it's like she has it in her. She just has to, get out of being shy. She has to be less reserved. And it's like, okay, this wasn't the best match. It was a little clunky. Everybody was in their heads at this point. Everybody stressed out. Larry's daddy tells Lay, I feel like you're reserved and you need to work on that. Mickey says that it was rushed, so it was hard to see how things were going. Bubba said everybody, been baby facing y'all. Everybody gave y'all such, ooh, love you, warm hugs, cuddles, and everything. Time for the motherfucking truth. Tatiana, you've been crying from the moment she walked up in here today because, her wrist is jacked up. It did not help the situation. Lay, you look like you've had frustration all over your face all day. So when Booker was laying out the match, the look you had on your face gave, shut up, Booker. I don't need you telling me what to do. The moral of the story is whatever happens personally, you leave that outside when it's time to get in that ring. All of your personal stuff don't really matter when it's time to get in the ring, because if you overthinking or if you working, because you stressed and you're not focused, somebody can get hurt. So leave the personal behind. Pick it up later. Don't forget to come pick up you and your good feelings at the door, okay? Leave it at the door and pick it up after. Now, Lay and Tatiana both take the criticism, and Lay's like, listen, I've always been reserved, I've always been shy. And if she has to tear herself down and build herself back up time and time again, over and over again, to make sure she's successful at what she does, then she will do that. And Tatiana is like, listen, it's the first time I'm working as a baby face, and I tried to give it my best, but everybody was nervous, everybody was having an off day. And it's just like, you can have an off day, but you can't let that off day be something that we all pick up on. I understand that everybody goes through something. Everybody's life is not picture perfect. Not everybody has a good time. Not everybody's having a great time. But I would rather, and I know this, it might sound messed up, but I would rather you put that to the side when you go out and get in that ring. Not because I want you to entertain me, it's because I want y'all as professional wrestlers, as athletes, as the people who go out there and do this day and night, night and day, to be able to make sure everybody in that ring, including yourself, is getting out of there safely. Nobody's getting hurt. Everybody knows what they're doing, and it's not a situation of, oh my God, what did I do? Quite possibly the best match of the whole entire night was Cutler versus Shiloh. Now, Cutler sends Shiloh to the ground or to the mat with a forearm. So you think it's like this really stiff ass forearm, and he's hurt again. And it was really like a cat and mouse bait and switch type thing, because it's like super uncomfortable. We think he's hurt, and then Cutler goes over to check on him, and the ref is checking on him, and he gets up, they shake hands, and we think we're about to get into it, and then Shiloh just boom clotheslines the hell out of him. I said, oh my God. I had to replay it a couple times. I said, Shiloh, where did this come from? Friend, you know what, friend, you got that dog in you. I see it, I understand it, right? And they just like going to work on each other. They're doing the damn thing. Shiloh over there beating Cutler in the back. Cutler then welted up and everything. Oh my God, I had so much fun. The only note is, if you gonna fake like you hurt, and that was for everybody. I had no notes for this match up until this point, and I was like, okay, I get it. The coaches even said, the legends even said, if you gonna give us, oh, I'm so hurt, oh my God, ow, it hurt, it hurts, it hurts. I don't think, maybe I'm bad, maybe I need to be taken out the ring. If you gonna do that, if you're gonna do a bait and switch, a cat and mouse thing, you gotta wait until he turns his back. Then you give him that forearm, and that's when you make that heel turn, and be playing with your food, okay? That's what you got to do. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Larry's daddy says, comfort zones are good, but you can't grow in them, which is true. You got to get out of your comfort zone and willing to grow, which is what I've been kind of doing with the collaborations that I've been doing with other, YouTubers. Before I'd be like, oh no, I don't want to do it. I'll be scared to. But with, some help from my friends and me just thinking about it, is like, if I want to grow, if I want to be great at what I do, if I want to show up and show out every single turn, I have to get out of my comfort zone, which is what you have to do in every aspect of life. It's the only way you're going to grow and not be stagnant. And this was all about the how the points are going to be rewarded, the stand-up work you did, and the work in the ring, and how you promoted it well, and if you stood up during the time to really give a promo when it was time to give promos. So he gives the points to Tyra and Jasper. Now everybody want points. Everybody want points. Everybody wants something. Everybody want points. But that don't help. It don't help because everybody want a point. Not everybody can get a point. So we end up with the episode, the points being as follows. What are the standings again? What are the standings? We got Team Booker in the lead with 4, Team Mickey with 2, and Team Taker with 2, and Team Bubba still with 0. Ooh, baby, that's embarrassing as hell at this point. What y'all gonna do? And everybody's at the point of, we gotta have discussions with our teams. We gotta talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody have potential. Potential is great, but will potential put asses in seats? No, the hell it won't. It won't. Get to the end of the damn episode. Let me tell y'all something. Shiloh, that's how you get on the mic next time. That's how you do things. The next time we see you, I want you to talk just like that, okay? Stop hiding. Stop playing with the folks. Next time you get an opportunity to get on somebody's mic, you better get up there and show out at every turn, friend. Okay, you better do it. Shiloh is talking to the producers before he leave for the night, and he was like, I have regrets about not getting up there and talking during the promo and getting a point for my team. And the producers asked him some questions, and he cut some motherfucking promo that gave me chills. Okay, running down my arms. Okay, goose bumps. And he really laying into it. He's like, I don't give a fuck about these people digging deep and talking about they feelings and they hurt and they pain and all that stuff. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for sheer motherfucking violence. I said, oh my God. Tell them again. Let them know what you're here for. I'm not here for no sob stories. I'm not here for your hopes and dreams. Don't nobody care about your hopes and your dreams. Okay, I'm here for sheer violence. He running it down. You feel the energy. You feel the hypeness. He getting you hype. Okay, I too am here for the violence, even though I don't. We know what it is, right? And the producer says, well, why didn't you say that? I wasn't ready. Well, yeah, no, I don't want to answer no more questions. And Taker is watching this whole thing, and he was like, that boy is money. Listen, I'm going to have to talk to him tomorrow. Me and that boy going to have a long talk, because we're going to have to talk about you seizing all these damn opportunities whenever they come your way, whenever it sees fit, okay? You going to seize these goddamn opportunities. Taker not playing with him, and Shiloh, I'm not playing with you either. Next time somebody says, Shiloh, pick up that mic, you're going to pick up the mic and you're going to do what you just did, okay? You're going to do what you just did. I understand that he didn't feel it in that moment, but next time we season all opportunities. Whether they work out, whether they don't, you're going to seize them all. Oh my God, this was a good episode. This is so good. But then we got to get into next week, because now it's time for the people who have never had a match in front of the crowd to have a match in front of the crowd. We're going to see what it gives, because this could be really good or really bad. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all appreciate it. And start a conversation in the comment section down below. And don't forget to hit those links in the description box down below as well. And like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.